and welcome back, Bots and Bits fans. Well, as you can see, things look a little bit different, and that is because today I'm taking you through Magic Scenery MS003 chain bases in purple. Now these also come in black and orange, just like the Toyworld bases that these are knocking off. Now I bought a whole heap of these from ShowZStore.com with the intention of replacing my mechanical chain base background that I've used in my previous videos. I thought purple would be much better for my channel, but yeah, I'm not sure. But let's get them out and see how they go. So each box you buy just comes in this brown mailer box, and you get 2 packets, both packets containing 2 plates. Right, so also in them, let's just rip one open. So, plates just come like this. Now I have noticed that most of my plates are absolutely filthy, straight out of the box. Look at that. Is that focusing? It's like got this white sticky dust all over it. I think I'm going to have to go over all the plates with a toothbrush just to get some of this crap out. Because in the next bag, get them out, we get a bag full of connectors. Now these are super helpful, especially if you're doing a high wall like I'm going to be doing. So you just stick them on an angle, and it just adds that little bit of support just right at the join. So first up, let's just move this out of the way. First up, plastic quality feels quite good. There's no flexing, there's no stress marks or cracks or anything. But what you do notice is all of these swirls, I'm not sure what the deal with that is radiating out from these injection points. So it looks like as the plastic's been cast into the mold, it's just caused some sort of weird, perfect ripple effect. But when comparing it to a Toyworld panel that I have here, the Toyworld one has no rippling at all. The plastic is just perfectly smooth. One thing on the Toyworld one that is also on the Magic Scenery, but not as bad on Toyworld, is the sprue marks. You've got a sprue mark there, and you've got, it doesn't even really look like one there, it just looks like a bit of a bump, bit of detail. Another sprue mark over here, big bright one. On the Magic Scenery, they have the same, and they stand out quite a bit. So you've got one there, and then you don't have a bump detail there, you've got a sprue mark. Another one there, and then I've got a lot of dirt and stuff up here. It's only minor. You know, for the size of this bit of plastic, that is a very tiny sprue mark. So now, one thing you might be able to see, just from looking at it, is I've got pigment differences in the plastic. See there? And over here, there's some pigment swirling just through there. It's very weird. Some of it rubs off. So that's coming off a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. Now, when it comes to the important bit, connectivity. I've found that these hold together much better than my Toyworld panels. So if I join them together properly, that is a really stiff join. Look at that, holding really well. If I give it a wobble, it'll fall. But it does hold together pretty well just like that. And that's what the connectors are for anyway. But it is a stiff join, especially when you're doing corners. When it comes to the Toyworld panels, the connection is pretty loose. So it's just, can't do it at all. Alright, you'd think that maybe the Magic Scenery would connect to the Toyworld tighter then, but it doesn't. The Toyworlds are just looser. They are compatible. They will join together just fine. That's not a problem. And you can, it will stand up just fine. Holding together alright. But the connection between Magic Scenery and Toyworld is slightly looser than Magic Scenery on Magic Scenery. But enough of that, let's get them all put together and see how they look. And there we have it, a few panels all put together. Now I haven't used any of the support grips yet because it holds together well. I wasn't really going to bother, but for argument's sake I will show you. So you want to put it on the angle like that. Ideally you want to do this before you put too much weight on it. So I'm just going to move the camera so I can just get in there and you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to chuck it in this little hole here. I'm going to have to lean this back a little bit. And these are a really, really tight fit. In the bottom, angle it there like that, and then just put a bit of weight. There we go. Done. Hope you got that. I'm not doing it again. Now, if you're like me and you want walls either side, there and there, you do run into a little bit of a problem. It becomes a bit of a game of Tetris. You see, if I want to put this side panel on here, let's just get over and have a look. If I want to put this side panel on, it will fit the first panel, but now the top bit up here is in the way. So it won't go on. Can't do it. Also, I can't do it horizontally. It will fit in, right? But again, right in the corner here, just down the bottom, those two bits, they're not meshing together well. So can't do it there. If I go onto the other side, can't do it vertically, but you can do it. Can I? Yeah, you can do it horizontal. So that will go in. No, it's very tight. Right, in just fine, and then rotate this around a bit. So we'll chuck another panel in. Just like that. And there we go. So I'm going to have to rotate this around. Let's just come back a bit, mate. Move this around. So now I'm going to have to use that as a back, which kind of sucks. I wanted them horizontal, but they're probably going to have to go vertical. See how we go. Now that that's around that way, I can bring another panel. I can't keep going horizontal. These ones are going to have to go vertical. So we'll just chuck that on. Like that, right? And now you see they're out of alignment, which sucks. Which absolutely sucks. Completely out of alignment. But it does correct itself eventually. There we go. It does end up correcting itself after about 3 more tiles up. They all come into alignment. And there you have it. Once you line up 3 panels in the back and on the sides, they all meet at the top perfectly. And as you can see, these ones in the middle and on the back are all going horizontal, whereas this side and the base are going vertical, like detail wise. So I'm just going to reorganize all this and get it set up a little bit better. Alright, so I've had to bring this out of the light box just for a minute because I just kept smashing my head on that frame. There was just no room to work. Anyway, in the 4 vertical panel configuration that I need, or the 3 horizontal configuration that I need, there is no way to have 2 walls, right? If we connect this in, fold it up, it will fit the first panel, right? But the second panel up here, you see that? Come across. This bit here, right, won't work. No clearance. So can't put a wall there. If we go 4 vertical across, these ones, I can have a wall here. I can fit a wall here, right? So this could be the back panel, but there is no way to fill this gap. If you're wondering what size it is that we're working with here, there's NBK scrapper for scale, and what have we got here? An MP10 trailer. So pretty big space, but yeah, I'm surprised that it has its limits. So eventually I've gone ahead and done a vertical floor and a vertical back, and then I can do a horizontal sidewall and part of a vertical sidewall. I can't extend this any further. Putting another panel in, there's 2 male bits here, and there's no female slots there, so not much I can do about that. At least I've got a couple of panels there without showing that exposed detail. I think that's probably how I'm going to use it. To be fair to Magic Scenery, my requirements are very specific. For a lot of people who just want to make their detolf look a little bit more interesting, this is how much it fills it up. It pretty much fills up an entire shelf, but it comes about 2.5 inches short of reaching the very top. Turning them around, doing them the other way, doesn't really help much either. You can only fit 3 in. It does get all the way to the top, but you do have a bit of shelf space in the front left over. So final thoughts wise, is it worth it and should you buy it? I'm going to say it's maybe. I'll cover the pros first, right? And there are a lot of them. The plastic is really sturdy. The joints, when they're combined together, are really stiff and really strong. I didn't even have to use the little supporting clips. It just holds itself up. It's it's great. The color is awesome. There was a little bit of ink here and there that did actually end up wiping off, but under different lights, the purple casts a different color, and it doesn't look dull, doesn't look boring. This looks great. Fills a detox reasonably well. You do have that little bit of shortness at the top, and they're readily available. You can buy, as you saw with this, you can get as many as you want. The problem though lies in the cost. They come in a box of 4, and I think at last check they're $35 US a box. That might really sort of put the idea of this out of reach for a lot of people, because it does add up. It does add up. $35 for 4, and maybe you need 16 of them. It gets pretty pricey, but you do have a good choice of colors. You have the Autobot orange, you get black, and you get this purple. You can now buy the Toyworld original ones in pairs, I think, and only in Autobot orange. I can't remember what they cost. I think it was about the same as these. And also Zeta, under their new EX line, are releasing these exact colors in this exact mold in 4 packs as well. I'm not sure what the price of those is. I'm sure it will be about the same, maybe a little bit more, because they come with flight stands for the Toyworld figures, I think. I'm happy with what I've bought. I think it's going to be great. I recommend grabbing them. And that's all I've got for you. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe to my channel. Remember to check out my Facebook for daily news and updates on KO and third-party stuff, and a few other things that I'm sort of checking out now. I've got a new Instagram account, #botsandbits, all one word. And as always, guys, thank you very much for your time, and thanks for watching.